Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. Welcome to the show, y'all. Look here now, he's tripping, right? He knows he has to check in with his PO before he makes any move, particularly out of state. He's got to. If he don't, he hit. If he don't, he hit. As simple as that. So check this out. This is what he did. He made the move anyway and went on to Kentucky because he's got to get this loan. He got to get this loan. So he gets down there. And he's down there with the gal, and they are just enjoying. When he gets down there, though, she don't bring up nothing about the loan the first night. Not one word, don't say nothing about it. He get in the bed with her, they kicking it and laughing and joking and having a good time. He knock her down and all this old type of stuff. And they're just laying there cuddling. And he can't really see her face because she's got her head laying on his chest and his head is above her. And she got this mean look on her face. She's plotting. She's planning. All she's thinking about is how he's using her, manipulating her. Then he'll kiss on the forehead and he'll say, I love you. And she'll look up at him and she'll smile at him. She'll say, I love you too. She said, I'm going to love you forever. I just want you to know that. He said, I know that. And I'm going to love you forever. She said, you sure? Then he's like, yeah, I'm sure. So she'll jump up and she'll get on top of him. And she's sitting there looking at him, looking down at him. She said, you sure you're going to love me forever, no matter what? And he said, no matter what. She said, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to hold you to that. He said, baby, you can hold me to that. You can take that to the bank. You can take that to the bank. And then he makes love to her again, and then they both fall asleep. The next day, they get up. When she wakes up, he's not in the bed. He's in the kitchen. She can smell the bacon and the eggs and all this and that cooking, you know what I'm saying? That fresh Folgers coffee percolating, you know what I'm saying? She can smell all that. She goes into the kitchen, and when he sees her walking into the kitchen, he takes his phone and puts his phone down and turns it face down on the counter. She said, who you talking to? He said, oh, nobody. I was just checking my emails and doing this and that. She said, oh, okay. That's what's up. He said, what's up with these papers I need to sign, right? She's like, oh, we'll get to him before you leave. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to go down to the bank. He's going to meet us down there. She said, he's going to meet us on the weekend? She was like, yeah. I already arranged everything, but it's got to be done this weekend. He was like, oh, okay, then you got a little pool down here. She said, well, you know, it's a small, friendly bank. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to work with me, you know, because I ain't been living down here long. I told them all about you. I told them all about what it is that we trying to do and all this and that, right? Now, let me ask y'all a question. What make you know open on a Sunday for one special situation? I don't know any. Unless you a millionaire, billionaire, something like that. Ain't nobody coming in on a Sunday to do all that. But see, when you blinded by your ambition, when you blinded by your, shall I say, your deceitfulness, right? You don't see all of the traps and the snares that you're walking into. It's hard to see them because you're not calculating that one thing that you need to calculate. Does she know? Does she know? Because see, if you calculate that into the equation, then your behavior is going to adjust accordingly. If you know somebody know you a thief, you're going to adjust accordingly. You're going to start to do everything to make them see you opposite of that, right? So if he would have known that his girl had done what she did, he would be trying to do everything he could to make her believe that what she saw wasn't true. Wasn't him doing it. Some friend said he would have had some kind of explanation that he would have hoped that could have explained that away. But because he's not calculating that into the equation, he's just going on like everything is fine. He don't know. He has no idea what happened. None at all. So he's just going on with the move. Now, Saturday come, they go out, and she's showing him the town and showing him off and telling all her girlfriends, you know, they meet, you know what I'm saying, at a place for brunch on Saturday. He's sitting there with him and they're all talking. And then when he gets up and leaves, she's telling them about what she's going to do. Then when they come back to the table, they stop talking about that and change the subject smooth like butter. You understand what I'm saying? And he's just going along with it, right? Because he don't know any better. He don't know what's going down. He don't know. He has no clue. They go home and even though they had brunch, you know, They sat out beside the pool and chill and all this and that. They're just spending a lot of time together. She's really clingy to him. She wants to be around him every moment. She wants him to remember all of this. All of this. She's at the house. She's prancing around with no clothes on, her body on bang. You understand? She's all of this. She's really crispy. Y'all know what I say. And then Sunday comes. It's time to go to the bank. But she tells him, ain't no bank to go to. And then she reveals to him what happened during that, when she saw those pictures, and then she dialed that number and said this and that to the girl, and the girl hit her back. She tells him all of that, and she's watching his face twist and turn and contort in all different ways. And now he's sitting there looking at her like, why are you doing this to me? He tries to flip it and make her out to be the villain. She's wrong. He wants her to believe it. He needs her to believe it because he's still trying to figure out how to get her to give him the money to get this truck. But she said, if you leave this house, this apartment rather, if you leave this apartment, she said, guess what I'm going to do? He said, what's that? I'm going to call your PO and tell your PO what you did. You have no business leaving the state without getting permission. And now reality hits him and his whole world just freezes right there. And he can't even imagine what to do. He can't even contemplate how to get out of this. He don't know how to fix this. He's caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. And he don't know how to get out of it. What do you do? Listen to me. Let me make y'all understand this a little bit better. I'm going to get a little raunchy right here now. Y'all follow me now. Some of y'all going to like this, though. Some of y'all going to like this. Instead of him getting his hand caught in the cookie jar, his hand done got caught in the panties. Yeah, he all down in that thing, playing with that thing, right? Metaphorically speaking. And he done got caught. And he don't know what to do. He don't know what to do. Because he really feeling for the other gal that's in Tennessee. But he really care about his gal in Kentucky. And he needs his girl in Kentucky. The girl in Tennessee really can't help him the way he needs help. So he's trying to figure, what do I do? What do I do? And then all of a sudden the phone rings. And guess what? Listen to me, y'all. This is the part that even his girl didn't anticipate. This is the part. This is not the girl in Tennessee calling, this is P.O. His P.O. called him on the phone and he says, I need you to come in first thing Monday morning for a piss test. Just a routine thing, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be here first thing Monday morning at 9 o'clock because that's going to be a problem. So he tell him, no, it ain't going to be no problem. I'll be there. So he hangs up the phone. And he tells his girl, look, I got to go. I got to be in my PO's office first thing in the morning. She told him. She said, if you leave, I'm going to tell him that you left Kentucky. You left Tennessee and came to Kentucky. And then what you gonna do? She said, you're gonna be down there more about violation versus taking a piss test. He said, look, you do what you gotta do. But I know you ain't gonna do that to me. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. And I won't do it again. Let's just go move on. Can we do that? And she walks up to him and face to face, her nose almost touching his nose, and she said, you want to move on? You want to show me that you deserve another chance? And he was like, yeah. She said, stay here then. Stay with me tonight. And then you leave in the morning. He said, if I do that, I won't be able to get to the PO's office first thing in the morning. She said, you got to make a choice. He said, you put me in a position to get me messed up. And she said, you put me in a position to get me messed up. You trying to get me to sign for this loan knowing that you wasn't going to be with me. He said, I didn't say I wasn't going to be with you. And if you want to know how this turns out, y'all gonna have to tune in to the next episode. But before I go, look here, don't forget to play the question of the day. Right? Because you could win the money. Send all the correct answers for the week to doingtimewithjoe@gmail.com. And my producers are going to pick one of y'all to win this $50. But somebody out there, you got to have all the right answers. You can't have, you know what I'm saying, one and right and the rest of them wrong, or all of them right and one wrong. You got to get them all right to win the money. Don't forget that. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. And I say peace, y'all.